At Love Wellness, we're V-Clean, non-toxic and fragrance-free. The safer way for
All right, Clem, can you hear me now? Celebrate good times, come on. Let's have a celebration. Audio's good? All right. We're going to get the backyard ready for our barbecue on Sunday. We've got a convention tomorrow at the Keesler Air Force Base. We're gonna start a fire and burn all this junk that I cut down. Might as well just bring the phone with me, huh? Fire, fire. All right. Choopity boop boppity doo. Ah, wop bop bow. Bop it up bop bow. Come on, baby. All right. It's going strong. We lost the cam. Hold on, I'll go fix it. Is it working now? All right. Love is a burning flame. It burns with a fiery ring. I fell in love with you, with my heart's desire, and I fell to a burning fire. Hey, Rusty, come on. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames rose higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Come along, Clem. Jump in Discord, man. Okay. Everything's still wet from the morning dew, so it's going to be hard to get it going. I got a feeling though, once it gets going, it's going to get going good and stay good. Hello. That's all you had to do is mention car insurance and you brought the fire. Do you have more than one option? Shop around. There you go. Hey, Sassy and Frou Frou showed up. Hey, Sassy. Hey. Hey, and Cooper. All the dogs are here. Yay. Be nice, Rusty. You can run Frou Frou off. I don't like Frou Frou. Oh, don't. What the heck is wrong with you? Don't get on the chair. Hey, Cooper. That's right. All the dogs. Oh. Come here, Sassy. Rusty, behave. Hey, Cooper. Hey, Rusty, my best boy. Dog. Hey, Buck. How you doing, buddy? Rusty, come back. Sassy dog, sassy dog. Rusty, if Buck wants to come over, let him come over. He's a good boy, too. Go away. Molly. Stop. Sassy alone. Give your little smack with your glove. That's the spot. Right there, Sassy. Gonna be a warm day, Clem. It's nice and cool this morning when I started. Sun's coming up and it's starting to change quickly. Gonna have to go get me some ice water. Now, Clem, if you see the dogs eating or drinking my drink, you gotta let me know. Hey, Buck. How you doing, buddy? Come here. Come on, Buck. Be nice, Rusty. Be nice, Rusty. Rusty, come here. Rusty, you want a cookie? You want a cookie? Sassy, come here. Rusty, play nice. Rusty, come here. Good boy. Hey, Cooper. Hey, Cooper. Hey, what's up? Heard someone jump in.
Not much. Just kicking around.
Who there?
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up, buddy?
Move the mic and point it straight at me. Not much, just sitting around.
Man, it's starting to get hot out here. Clem says hi. It was nice and cool this morning. I was hoping it'd stay that way a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's that way here today too. I should be going and doing some lawn mowing, but I think I'll wait.
Burning up all that shrubbery I cleared out. I'm probably going to hit the lawn Sunday morning before everybody starts getting here. I thought the rest of the dogs had disappeared. Their lazy butts are up on the back porch. We got Cooper, Sassy, and Frou Frou here with Rusty.
Oh, I was going to say, what was that, a white lab rat?
Yeah, I don't like Frou Frou. Frou Frou's got an attitude.
Yeah, all them little dogs like that do.
I messed up. Rusty had run him off a few times, and I made him stop. And I should have let Rusty keep running him off. And Cooper was over there harassing the poodles. I need to get a big umbrella I can put up.
Too soon for your little shade you had last year?
No, it's time. This is my first day off for the summer, man. I'm gonna go buy a cheap pop-up and set it down and hope for the best. We sold our property, McLean.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Super happy about that. Monica's up apparently. Frou Frou's trying to get into the house to her.
How far away does that little dog live?
About 4 houses down. It lives with Cooper. They're from the same house.
Okay.
But it stays at Sassy's because it tries to make love to Sassy, which is like 8 times her size, his size.
It ain't the funniest thing I would have seen, because a little Chihuahua, even tinier than that. I remember when I was probably in my early teens, I seen up on the back of a them big Saint Bernards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you're looking at 20 to 1, maybe
That's
more.
funny.
And he was hanging on for dear life, and that dog just trotted along like it wasn't even there. He was a determined little bugger.
Bless his heart. Oh, Rusty's accepted Cooper as part of the pack.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I like Cooper. They go around and mark everything.
And then do it again and again.
Yep.
I hope them dogs are staying hydrated.
Well, they got a pond and a lake. And they've been swimming at least twice that I know of. There's no lack of water for them, that's for sure. funny because all 4 of them about the same time will head down there to the water together. Not a bad idea. Should change into some swim trunks and jump in once in a while. No good. We still got your title up. That works. Thank you for that, McGlynn.
Yep.
Oh,
No problem.
we also finally bought something we think is going to work for mailing those minis out. We'll probably be sending those early next week.
Cool.
We got these plastic card containers we're going to fill with bubble wrap and peanuts and put them in that. I'm going to be sending you a little skeleton, and I'm going to send you one of Moonwitch Dance's character. No, not Moonwitch. Wiccan Dreamer, her Lizzie character.
Cool.
Both painted up, man. They came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. We also were setting up another broadcasting computer. I say it's a broadcasting computer. We're going to put it in there next to mine so y'all can watch Monica Pearl while I do some 3D modeling. What I'm thinking is I can broadcast it on Discord and then put a screen up so you can see both of our projects.
Yeah, that'll work. Normally it involves a capture card and all that foolishness, but
we have a capture card on my computer, but like I said, we'll just broadcast it through Discord, and then I'll show it on. We'll run everything through my computer, and I'll just pull it from Discord. It should work.
yeah. There's a couple that I watch play Minecraft, and I don't know how they're doing it, but he can switch from and put her camera bigger than
What? I think it's in the couch. I lost it, but I think it's in the couch. Monica just asked where the controller was at. I misplaced it this morning. I guess she's gonna watch some TV. Better not talk any smack. She might be watching on her phone. So I let Facebook decide who is gonna invite to my barbecue, because there's like 500 people it sent out to. I didn't have time to go through them, so I noticed afterwards a few of my exes got sent invitations to the barbecue on Sunday. So that could get interesting.
It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, I get along with all of them. I forgot how many professional artists that I'm friends with on Facebook. I had some pretty big names letting me know what they were up to and whether they could make it or not. It'd be cool if a few of them show up. It's surprising that we're getting close to John Dell and his wife, because we known him because he's local. He's one of the top 10 inkers in the world, man. I love his work. He gave me a really nice comment last Free Comic Book Day. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't affect me, but coming from John, it meant something, you know.
Yeah. It's it'd be like getting a comment from my hero, Ron Jeremy.
Dream the dream, McGlenn.
Oh no, that
It's
dream's dead.
funny how much he looks like Mario.
It is. I think they should have had him.
He did a movie where he dressed like Mario. It's just not appropriate.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't get him to. You know, at first I was like, well, this is weird. Why isn't he not doing the voice? But after watching the whole movie, I was glad he didn't do it the whole time.
Yeah, it was a good call. Because the movie, as funny as it was, you could take it a little bit serious, you know.
Yeah. I think I thought it was funnier when his father was doing it.
Right. That was good. That was the Mario guy. That was the voice for Mario.
Oh, well, that was cool.
It's nice that they gave him that, you know. That was a good movie. You know, it's not getting much love, but Ant-Man and Wasp in the Quantum Universe was a fun movie.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
What I liked about it was the designs, like of all the different, like the species in the Quantum Universe. The designs were really cool.
Yeah. You see the trailer for The Flash?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I was not interested in it until I saw Batman. When I saw Michael Keaton, I'm like, oh, I'm all in.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
The storyline they're borrowing heavily from Flashpoint, was a really good book. They're of course they can't do everything they did in it, but the ramifications in the book, they had the Atlanteans and Amazons were tearing up the world at war with each other, because they're not doing it in the movie, but they had Aquaman and Wonder Woman ended up hooking up, and then Mira confronted Wonder Woman and challenged her to battle, and Wonder Woman decapitated her, and then the Atlanteans had to go to war because she killed their queen. Like I said, it was a good book. And in that universe, Superman was removed from the equation because the government captured him when he landed on Earth, and they had been keeping him imprisoned in a room with like red sunlight, so he couldn't get his powers, and they were running tests on him.
Which sounds about right.
Yeah. I think they're going to kind of do something like that for the movie with Supergirl, probably. But we'll see. I know in that universe, the Batman in that universe wasn't Bruce Wayne. It was Thomas Wayne, his father. Because Bruce got killed during the robbery, and then the dad killed the robber. He became Batman, and his mom became the Joker of that universe. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend reading it. It's super good. Thomas Wayne, after losing his son, wasn't the Batman we know and love. He killed every villain he came across. He wasn't high tech like Bruce was either. He's more like military tactics.
Rambo.
Mm-hmm. Man, that new Electric Mayhem is so good. The Muppets thing.
Yeah. I wish the thing that I was watching it on would get the rest of the episodes put up.
Man, my brakes failed on me on that bike yesterday and almost caught an old Mustang that was speeding through. I cleared its path a little before it got me. I was like, ooh. Annika would have been so upset. I would have been so mad to get clipped at the beginning of summer.
The wheels get wet, or what's that got for brakes? Disc brake?
It's got disc brakes, but the cord wasn't tight enough. I was going downhill. It's tight enough now. That thing will stop on the dime now.
Yeah.
I fixed
Just don't have the front one coming on harder than the back.
right.
I made that mistake before.
We got a convention at the local Air Force base tomorrow. I don't know what the turnout's going to be like.
They got other stuff going on at the base at the same time.
Well, they got all the airmen stuck there. So we'll have them.
I would venture a guess that there's probably a lot of gamers and comic book collectors and whatnot there.
I can guarantee you they are. That's the only reason some of those stores in Biloxi stay in business, is because of the base traffic. I'm going to sweep up a little bit more. I'll be able to hear you when I'm over this way, though.
That's not exactly a bonfire you got going there.
No, I'm about to pour some more lighter fluid on it. Going good, aren't you?
Of course, I imagine stuff was a lot drier when Bond had his going.
Maybe if I bring the fan over there. Not fire. See if that flames it up.
That's funny. I get the title updated and add dogs with dogs on the porch, and then the dogs leave the porch.
Oh, they're all over the place.
Oh well, they'll be back up on that porch.
They were on the porch for a bit. They were off at the neighbors. They were at the water. They're wherever they want to be. You can't contain the dogs. They do what they want to do. Fire, fire, fire. Oh. Okay, there we go. That did the trick. Hey, Sassy. This is a much better spot with the shade. Where I should have been the whole time. Yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a good old barbecue Sunday. We're gonna have some ribs, hot dogs, hamburgers, various sausages, all kinds of cool people showing up. Rusty's looking for a mouse to harass.
Oh, it says here it's 70 at your area,
Yeah, sounds about right.
but it's
Now,
supposed to get up to 86.
it feels a lot warmer than 70 though. Of course, I am by the fire. That gum fan on and it's still blowing this way.
it's the rule of the bonfires. Whatever way you're gonna sit's the way the wind's gonna blow.
Universal truth. Gotta get the flame going from the side the wind's coming from. Oh. This is the last bit I'm gonna burn. This is gonna be it. I can go ahead and cut the grass today. Don't think Dad's home. I'll go grab his riding lawnmower and his gas. Win-win situation.
I was gonna take the time and try to figure out what was wrong with Mother's lawnmower, but she was having none of it. She wanted a new one. Not real. It works. I put it together, gassed it up, put the oil in it and whatnot, and it starts up on the first pull like the old one used to. I don't think it's as powerful of a push mower than she had before, but I definitely got to readjust the wheels. I got it sitting too low for that rough ground.
Yeah, I cut this yard high because it's not even. Got potholes everywhere from armadillos.
Yeah, a couple years ago, our neighbor used the Bobcat little skid steer thing that he's got there to do the driveway, and he tore the lawn all to heck. And it started growing before I could get it leveled out again.
Uh-oh.
So now there's big potholes.
What do you use to level it out?
I would have just used the rake and the shovel. My plan was just to pull the sod back into the holes and hope for the best, but the grass started growing and the roots, and made it hard to pull on, so I should have just hacked at it with a hoe and leveled it out.
Speaking of which, where's Monica at?
Living dangerous on your first day off.
Yeah. He's not in chat, but Wicked might rat me out. Yeah, I can't goof up this. I gotta enjoy this summer.
Yeah, don't be taking no chances, and if you got any bad bug bites on you, stay out of that water in July, August.
Yeah,
I think
I got scratch marks from working in the yard is what I got, and messing around with the dogs.
I got something on my shin on one leg, and my leg's been swelling up, and there's all kinds of what looks like sores. I think it's the diabetes. Trying to get that.
It roughs up your whole system.
Yeah.
I love that little bowl, that wooden bowl we got from that guy.
That thing's awesome.
We got his number. If I ever get a chance to go to his workshop, I'll see if he minds us filming it. Be fun to do a broadcast from his place, especially if he was turning a bowl.
Yeah, the gear for doing that's kind of pricey, and I ain't got that kind of room to deal with.
That's
And
funny because he said he didn't have the tools to do a proper urn.
no, that takes some specialized turning gear.
Cooper looks like he's about to fall asleep.
He could combine two of his bowls and glue them together if he could get them clamped up.
Hmm.
But that ain't quite the same. I still think for his skills, I'm pretty sure he can do it and make it look good.
He did say he could do one, but he doesn't have the right tools to do it properly. So, probably talking about whatever you just mentioned.
Yeah. Because he could have the top. He could do the top like a bowl, but change the way the lip is and have them interlock. And I think people would buy them. They would be, they'd be different. It'd be kind of cool, actually.
So, I saw a project I want to emulate. You know those old games that it was like a fishing game and it turned around in a circle and little fishes' mouths would pop up and open and you'd catch them with a little magnet? You remember those games?
Yeah.
So, someone took one of those and changed the fish to eyeballs and tentacles and little piranha plants, and then they painted the whole thing up to make it look like a swamp. So as I was going around, these tentacles were moving around, the eyes were moving around, and these little plants, like man-eating plants, were opening and closing their mouths. It looked awesome. And I thought, I could 3D print like whatever I wanted to go into those little slots. So I could do like my own plants. We could do the tentacles I already have, and we could print some eyeballs. But I was thinking that'd be a fun little project. Just print some inserts for that.
Would be pretty cool.
I thought about doing some like zombie hands and stuff sticking up out of the ground. Like make it look like they're trying to come up. But instead of the disc spinning on top, I would just have the disc spinning on bottom. So everything would be stationary in this little grave, but the arms and all would move around, or little bodies popping up out of the ground. So I'm gonna have to put some thought into that, and that might be one of the summer projects. I'm gonna have to let all this dry out more and then burn it again. It's just not getting done.
I'm surprised that Bubba hasn't created a smurfing dead village in the backyard.
Yeah. Put that little bug in his ear, he might.
Yep. I'm quite sure he remembers what the Smurf village looks like.
Just a bunch of mushrooms.
Yep. There was somebody up here carving pieces of firewood into mushrooms. They'd paint some of them up and they had them on the lawn for sale.
That's cool.
I think the people that were buying them were putting gnomes next to them.
We got, I think, 3 gnomes out in the yard under that big magnolia tree. You just can't see them because it's kind of overgrown around them. Son of a gun's gonna smolder all day. When the sun hits it, it's probably gonna dry up enough to go up pretty quick. Now turning that fan around actually made it light up a little bit better. The problem was everything was covered in dew when I woke up, so it was all wet.
my aunt's husband that passed last year, he always went out right after the rain while the grass was still wet and mowed.
Why?
I had no idea.
That's so weird.
I would think all that would stick to the bottom of the mower, but he claims it doesn't, so.
It definitely does.
I think he did it so he wouldn't have to rake. Take the lawnmower over, shake it off, and there's all this grass.
I don't know, man. It would clog up here.
Well, yeah, because his grass grew fast. Like it was like a lot of clay in his area.
I've got some pretty nifty artwork to show y'all. I've been working on the comic book for. I'm doing it different than I've ever done it before. Before I did it real traditional, but this time I'm doing all the like keyframes, like large and detailed, and then I'll shrink them down in the computer so that like each main frame in each page should look super good. Then I'll do the fillers around it. I've got my team of heroes and my team of villains. And I got them both look good because you're going to be able to play as either one in the Fenrir game. So everybody's got to kind of have a cool vibe, even if they don't win. I'm going to add the female orc and the female dark elf feeding each other grapes. I'll be like, no, they're just friends. I don't think I'll be able to show it to my class, though, because it's going to be a little bit violent. It's hard to tell a good war story without a little bit of gore.
Yep. My mother doesn't like movies that have killing or violence in it. And she didn't even pay attention or read the cover of the DVD. She just seen a dog and went, "Oh, that's cute."
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The guy was having flashbacks. It was his service dog, so she didn't even pay attention. And I said to her, "And what about this movie?" I said, "Look, there's guns right there in them." She seen the dog, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Arnold's new series, Fubar, looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, didn't that drop today on Netflix?
Yeah, it popped up, but I'm like, man, I'm going to have to wait for Monica to watch this. Of course, I've caught her watching shows without me that she knows I want to watch. She got tired of asking me when we wanted to watch Demon Slayer. I came in, she's like 3 episodes into the latest season. She said, well, I kept asking you. I was like, forgive me for working and earning a living.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch Dungeons and Dragons because the missus, that ain't her cup of tea. So
I'm telling you, she would like it. It's a good movie, even if you're not into the fantasy stuff. It's actually driven by a husband-wife relationship.
Well, she does like Harry Potter and
well, there you go.
All the Lord of the Rings stuff.
She'll like the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I don't know. She gets weird sometimes.
Mm.
When I'm ready
Well,
to watch something, she's not, and when she always waits till I'm in the middle of something before she decides she's gonna watch something.
when you watch it, let me know what you think. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, that should be good. Can't think of the other stuff I wanted to get watched. I still haven't watched Wednesday yet.
Oh man, that's so good. That whole series. Look at that. I leaned that fan over so it's hitting the bottom, and that stuff lit right up. I need to get myself one of those bellows.
We did get Sweet Tooth watched together the other week.
Oh, the second season? Yeah, I need to start that. I enjoyed the first season for sure.
Yeah. And I just finished up the second season of Ghosts.
That's a funny show. Are you watching the American or the British one?
I was watching the American. I already watched the British one.
Yeah,
I wish they'd do more episodes of the British one.
me too.
Because I personally thought it was funnier.
Me too. I do want to watch the American one though. I've only seen a few episodes of it at my parents'.
Yeah. Every day. I get a kick out of the way like every time one of them gets, well, not every time one of them, because hardly any of them do, but they call when one of them moves on being sucked off.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But they've added a bunch more characters in the second season, so it's getting pretty funny. But I got that all caught up. I'm pretty sure the way it ended, this last episode ended, I'm pretty sure that's it for this season. So, and there's no way they can't have a third season the way they end it.
Hopefully it's doing well. They ended Space Force on a cliffhanger, and they're not doing any more seasons.
What?
Nope, that's it.
Space Force. That's the Steve Carell in that.
Yep, that's the Steve Carell one.
Yeah.
It was
I don't
pretty.
know. I get tired of his antics.
Oh yeah.
But I meant to watch it, and I probably will. Now I know it won't be renewed, but
No. Yep.
it came out at a bad time, I think, is why.
I will say this: the second season was better than the first. Like the first one was okay. The second season, they kind of found their character's groove, you know. And then, but then that was it.
It's hard for a series to get ahead now. There's just so much out there.
Yep. You know what I've been watching was the original Gundams, the old animated stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's the classic space soap opera, and I'm like, well, I feel like I should watch this, you know, because it's one of the classics. And I burnt through the first group of them. What I think they did, they combined the seasons into movies. So they took out all the filler and just gave you what was important. So I've been watching those. I'm on the second movie right now. It's good. It's been good.
We were when I was in the last time I was in Geoffrey's stream, we were discussing Battle of the Planets and the where it had spun off from, because the original was definitely not for fit American TV. They had to change a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's streaming that original stuff or not.
I don't know. I know they made a fighting game that was really cool with those characters in it. I like that. I used to watch Voltron, Robotech. Robotech's weird though, because Robotech was 3 different anime smushed together. When what everybody thinks of Robotech was Macross in Japan. That was the first season. That was the best of the 3 they smushed together. But then they started doing more Robotech stuff, and they also started doing more Macross stuff. So it kind of gets confusing. And then there was a bunch of lawsuits with Harmony Gold and BattleTech, because BattleTech just stole a bunch of the Macross designs for BattleTech. It's funny because, like, was it 15, 20 years later, they said they resolved their lawsuit and that they won, but they didn't win. They ended up settling and paying Harmony Gold a ton of money for the rights to use the old mechs. But then they came out and said they won. They paid through their teeth is what they did.
And then they never did nothing with it?
Oh, no. They released it all again. They're releasing like a ton of games right now. We'll probably see a movie eventually.
Oh, well, then they'll get their money back. So they take it as a win.
Yeah, they're definitely getting their money back, because now they're releasing all the new games. They've already released the tabletop stuff. I'm sure we'll see the video games next. Then probably something animated. And then maybe a movie if it catches on enough.
Clem's got a question for you.
How's Fenrir coming along, Brian? The new game in the pipelines? Fenrir's good, man. We've got the tabletop games have been out for a long time. The role-playing game is in alpha, but it's playable. It's available to anyone that wants it. I put it in Discord. I need to re-up it. So, I'm always going to add to that game, little by little, but it's ready to go. It's got all the rules set and everything in it. The next step for that, we're going to run one game on Twitch a week, probably starting late June. And I'm going to need anyone that can get in Discord and play to play. More the merrier. And then we're going to run Wednesdays. We're going to run games. We're going to get Diamond back. So we'll have Diamond and Stan, and I'll see who else I can wrangle. I'm supposed to have Ross here on Sunday. And then we'll never see Alex back. That didn't end well. She's getting a divorce from Diamond's brother. So she's trying to take him for all she can. I was about to let her back into the fold, but not now.
Oh, she being a spiteful woman.
Yeah. He got tired of her, so he filed for divorce. But it's all she's been doing is draining him dry.
Nobody needs that kind of negative.
No, you can't. You got to go through life with a partner, not someone that's just taking.
It's just energy draining.
But so Fenrir's going good. We're also looking into doing apparel with the Fenrir logos on it, which I know is kind of jumping the gun because I need an audience for the game more than what I have. But you plan for success. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get those going. We're gonna start with like different camo hats, military hats with the logos on them.
You see that, Brian? Oh, out of all that stuff you told him, the only thing he took out of it
was Diamond's nice. Clem, I think you and Diamond would be a smart match if you ever made it over here. Although she has a boyfriend and I like the guy, but I like you more, Clem. Her boyfriend will probably play too, though. You could definitely take him, Clem. Intellectually, that is. He's actually kind of a big guy. Intellectually, you could take him, Clem.
Well, Diamond's brother was at your guys' place playing for game night, wasn't he?
He's been here before. I don't think he's ever played game night.
Oh, he was the one running around in the background.
Yeah, he comes and he swims and whatnot, plays with the dogs. Plan for success. Oh. I tried to get my nephew to box with me some more. He said, "No, I don't want to box." I was like, "Don't you want to know how to defend yourself?" He goes, "Uh-uh." I was like, "Oh my God." I went at him like I was going to beat him up. He ran. I told my sister, "You need to let him spend the summer with me." I was like, we'll get him right. Send him up here and send his dog up here. His dog has no discipline. I said, give him to me for 2 months. We'll get them both where they need to be. John's boy came up here a few weeks back and we were doing weapons training. He's going to be good. John's a feisty guy too for only having one leg.
I would expect as much fight from him because he went through a lot and he didn't seem to let it faze him.
Nope. John's a trooper. We're going to see him and his wife Sunday. That's going to be good. Y'all are going to see Val too. Val is actually, I'm not going to be able to broadcast until all the teachers go home. Anyways, Val's going to be here too. She's a makeup artist for movies and theater. She's a trip. I've known her for a long time. She didn't care for me back in the day because she used to work with MobiCon. That's one of the conventions that I wouldn't go to because they don't do chicken right. Let's say that.
Just wrong.
They had the slave auction, and I was like, you can't have a slave auction in a place that was an actual slave port. It's like, that is beyond bad taste. That was my main gripe with them. That, and they said they were like kid friendly, but they weren't. A lot of their booths had inappropriate stuff at them, and they didn't police their after parties well. Anyways, I voiced my opinion online in their groups, and then they said they considered me a traitor. They're like, we took you in when nobody knew you, like blah blah blah. I was like, look, but I was 18 putting comic books out. I was already a professional artist since I was 16, and I definitely appreciate you having me as a guest. I said, but I said, y'all did not make me. I said, this is a small convention. I had fun at it. I said, but you need to either say that you're an adult convention and only have 18 and up, or you drop all these things that are not appropriate for kids. So for a while, she didn't care for me, but then the organization folded on itself, and the drama over the next few years was insane. So we're good now again. Oddly enough, once it folded, Gamers and Geeks just bought it up, and they're going to release the next MobiCon. And then a lot of the old guard from MobiCon are going to do a convention called AzaleaCon in Mobile, so they'll be competing with each other. Yeah, John's good. He's still healing up and getting back on track from his surgery. You know, taking a couple inches off your leg puts you out of commission for a while.
Guy I used to work with, he had from the knee down removed here a while ago.
Yeah.
And his sister posted on Facebook last week that apparently he broke his femur on that same leg.
Dadgum.
Yep.
You see the dogs, they're going through there. Okay. That weird grass that's growing up, it's not grass, it's these weird leafy things that look almost like spinach, okay? They grow up. That's where our septic tank is. And so they get these little snails on there, and the dogs will go through and eat these little bitty snails like they're French or something.
Oh.
So that's what they were doing. They were going through, picking off these little snails and chomping them.
Escargot.
Yep.
That's some crunchy treats right there.
Yeah.
My uncle's little dog will go get the grubs from the ground. It's almost like watching the crows do it. He runs around with nose on the ground. Next thing you know, he does a couple little digs of his paw. And...
Milu and Athena used to do that. They would also bury pears, and they would go around and smell. And when they could smell that one had fermented and was alcoholic, they would dig it up and eat it, and then go chill. Bunch of little drunkards. I don't know how the hell they knew to do that. Because they weren't taught how to do that.
That's all instinct.
Yeah, it's natural instinct to bury something. Rusty will chomp down on those mice that he catches too. I don't think we have quite as many mice as we used to since I cleared everything out. They don't have hidey holes.
Mom and Dad had a dog. I don't know, I can't remember if they had the dog before I left home or not, but it used to bury everything and then go dig it back up 3-4 days later.
Oh, so I bought about 20 or 30 old Conan comic books. They had them on sale. It wasn't a comic shop. It was like an anime/gaming shop. And they had random comics, and they priced them real low. Like they were like a buck each to $2. And I'm like, hell yeah! So I bought every Conan comic size one they had. Clem says, "LOL, McLean the Frenchman." You hear that, McLean? He's calling you a Frenchman.
I know.
You gonna put up with that?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Jesus lias mort.
As long as he don't see me as one of his French ladies, I'm good.
Someone asked me what I thought about the French. I said all the cool French are in Canada or Louisiana. I said I got no reason to visit France. I said I might visit some friends in Canada.
The Cajun French, yeah, but I'm not too excited about ever going into Quebec.
No, me neither, actually.
Quebec.
A lot of good fishing in Quebec.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting Letterkenny. The show is so darn funny.
It's funny that the word no is the same in French as in English, but it's funny that I've never heard too many French girls ever say the word no.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Oui, oui. Oh, mademoiselle. I love Cajun women speaking Cajun French. It is the sexiest accent in the entire world. Who's watching? Okay, Monica's not on. A lot of good memories from back in the day, sitting on the beach. Excusez, parlez-vous français? I can't follow what you're saying, but I want to be around you, honey. So whenever we get like dog bones, we'll give them to Sassy and Rusty outside, like the big bones. So the yard has like random bones around it. Cooper's found one now, and Rusty's found one, and they're chomping down. Wee.
Well, he's sharing his goodies with Cooper. That's a good sign.
Oh, I don't think Rusty knows Cooper has one. Rusty's like way over on the other side.
Oh, okay.
He puts up with Sassy doing it. He might not be too happy with Cooper over there doing it. I don't know if Sassy's too happy with Cooper doing it. She looks like she's about to take it from him. She darn sure did. Sassy knows the pecking order of this yard. It's Rusty, Sassy, then Cooper. Oh, Cooper, come here. I'll pet you. Come here. Come here, handsome boy. Cooper's the sweetest of all the dogs. He's no pushover, though. First time he came over, Rusty barked at him, and Cooper goes, oof, like barked back, and then he walked off. So at least he spoke up for himself. I'm not sure that Cooper didn't kill off her neighbor's cat, because I saw him chasing a cat a few weeks back, and I was like, and he looked like he was actually trying to get it. You better not be a cat killer. I want Rusty to get blamed for your murderous intent.
Anybody comes to you saying they thought Rusty did it, you tell them he's a duck dog.
No, they know Rusty won't, because Rusty will like let the cats chill in our yard. He won't even chase them off. I made darn sure he didn't go after cats. So the neighbor knows the cats will stay in our yard sometimes. But they had those 3 labs went through that might have done it. That's who I thought did it, until I saw Cooper chasing that cat. I gotta admit, I don't mind sitting out here watching this fire burn. I know I should feel like I'm being lazy, but I mean, it needs to be watched anyways, and this is kind of nice. Monica needs to get inspired to fix a little breakfast, though.
You're studying you're studying the ways of the smoke.
That's right. It's nice hanging out with the dogs too. They're good company.
I'd laugh. Journeyman said he was struggling with the smoke when he was doing it that time, but I don't know. Didn't look like struggling to me.
Did you hear that little piece of junk? Frou-Frou was growling at Cooper. Frou-Frou, I'm gonna spank you.
I was gonna say. I was about to say. I don't know if it was on my end, but your camera froze, and then it did. Must have reset itself because it's good now.
Good deal. Yeah, it'll do that if it'll do a 3 count, and if it gets the signal back, it'll just click back in. But if it gets that full 3 count, I gotta go reset it.
Is that dog barking, or it sounds like a pig grunting to me?
Yeah, that's that little Frou-Frou dog. It's upset that Sassy's not paying attention to it.
That tail of hers is big enough to smack that dog halfway down to the lake.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes she steps on it and it yelps. Sassy's she's the big girl of the group. Everybody likes Sassy. She's about twice the size of any of them, though. Rusty gets so frustrated fighting with her. She's been fixed, so they ain't getting nowhere with her. course, so is Rusty, but Rusty still gets confused. He's like, I know I was supposed to be doing something.
Long time ago, we were at a pet store getting supplies, and they had a little pup. Well, she wasn't little. I don't know where they got her. I'm assuming they must have fixed her before we got her, because the whole time we had her, she never had any puppies. So, and plenty of dogs come around. So
Around here, they put a little tattoo on them, on their belly, so you can tell. Let me guess, that's either Clem or Voovy.
nope, you're wrong.
I'm wrong? Who we got? Is there anybody out there?
Should we make him keep guessing?
Could be Andy. Could be Demon.
I don't know. You said this person's name once already today, maybe twice.
I guessed Voovy. Did you hear that? I said it's either Clem or Voovy.
I don't know. Movie don't look that good.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi, honey.
It's good to hear from you. We finally got the stuff we need to ship minis. At least we think we do. So we're
Okay.
gonna try and send them out early this week.
I've been in the kitchen busy making prepping meals for the week.
Oh, well, you hear that, Monica?
Jesus.
Am I going to get Monica in trouble now? Jesus.
She can't hear me.
She probably doesn't have her earpiece in.
So Saturday we'll be at Keesler all day. So we'll get something to eat there, and then Sunday we're having our barbecue. So we'll have plenty of food there.
I'm pretty sure if Monica was listening, she'd have been out here by now in a French maid outfit, smacking you with a corn broom.
That was Thursday night.
Well, at least we know the night that they do role playing.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you which one of us had to wear the French maid outfit, though.
I had to laugh yesterday. I stepped outside, and next door the stepdaughter steps out of her apartment with a sponge mop, and I said, "You ain't gonna be flying around on that. That ain't a broom."
That's funny.
She thought it was.
My dad had left a broom outside, and we're having one of our family get-togethers. So he's bringing it back in. He saw my Aunt Dell. He said, "Your ride's here."
Father-in-law used to do that to the mother-in-law all the time.
That's funny. Rusty, you stay over here. You stay in the backyard. All the other dogs moseying onto the front yard.
First time
might go back home.
I went grocery shopping with them, we decided to do ours the same time, and so the missus is with her mother and I'm with the father-in-law, and we're like probably, I don't know, 6 feet behind them, and there's this cute little thing up on a step ladder putting stuff on the top shelf, and he stops, he takes a look, rolls the cart ahead a couple feet, looks back at me, goes, "You can always afford to lose one eye."
That's funny. Papa King, anytime we'd see a cute thing walking around, Papa King would say, "I still look, I just can't remember why."
Yeah.
Lim said hi, Wiccan.
What the fuck? Whoops. I got it working and now. Good. Of course, when I start dropping the F-bomb,
It's the summer. I don't care quite as much during the summer.
That's all right anyway, Wicking, because your volume dropped quite a bit, so I don't think too many people heard it.
It doesn't matter. We get Movie in here. Movie can't keep it under wraps. I love that guy. So we're gonna overlook it. I'll be honest. I don't tell my students about the stream, so it's rare that we see any of them in here.
I accidentally dropped one last week.
As long as we don't make a habit of it, it'll be okay.
Jeremy's boss called him today. Somebody had forgot to pick something up somewhere, so he had to go back out and do it.
Uh-huh.
He got a $2 an hour raise.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
I love it. And he's picking up an average of 6 to 7 days a week. It used to be 3 hours a day, but now it's 4 and 5 hours a day.
Well, hell, that's getting awfully close to a normal job.
Yep. And
That's good.
If he goes anywhere and buys food, he makes sure he brings something back for me now.
That's awesome.
Beyond awesome. He's taking care of insurance on the vehicles. Light bill is only $100. He's buying his own food. He's taking care of his medicines, taking care of any diabetes supplies that he needs by himself, and buying his own gas and phone card.
Well, dang. He's almost a full-grown man now, being an adult.
Now if we can get him a place that he only has to pay $200 a month for rent, we'd be set.
Good luck with that.
My mother's friend just got rid of one of her kids. Well, I shouldn't say kid. He's like damn near 60 now.
Oh my!
But they found him a low rental geared to his income, so it works out like he's only paying $250 a month.
Wow.
So
I would hate to
and there's lots of people his age in the building that he can talk to, and there's some old girls there that were over there the first day with muffins. So I don't think he's gonna be lonely.
Or hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't talking about food.
I am not either.
Yeah. She said she wasn't going to miss him, but I think she does. But she's not. She told him, if you stop drinking, you can come home.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No.
Let me tell you, I got kicked out when I was 16 for 3 months. And then when I went off to college and finished college, my mom let me stay there for 3 days. There was no option to staying home.
I left at 16 and I never went back.
Yeah, necessity is pretty good inspiration.
Yeah.
Pretty good motivation.
The only time I spent the night at that place since I was 16 was the night my dad died.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I stayed with Mom. But after that, she was like, no, I'm good. So...
I found out last week that my great-granddaughter or great-grandchild, we don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, but I'm swearing it's a girl, is due on my mother's birthday, October 14th.
That's exciting.
Cool. That's
My
my
mom-
mother's. No, mother's is August. Ooh. Oh, my
My-
sister was born in October.
My mother will be 85.
Oh, wow.
My granddaughter wants to make it to her birthday to deliver the baby.
Nah.
one of my sister's kids was born on my dad's birthday.
This smoke is hypnotic.
Yep.
We've got the fan on, and then the wind coming from the other way, so it's making little whirlwinds out of the smoke.
Smoke?
Up. The coolest thing. It's the hardest damn thing to paint is smoke.
Well, it's a good thing it's too early for fire NATO season.
I was dancing around it earlier before everyone was on.
Okay, I gotta get something out of the microwave. I'll be right back.
So you put your clothes back on and started up the stream?
Yeah. We gotta feed the snake today too. I got a bunch of mice for it. Yeah, we had some leftovers there that went bad. I was about to chow down and I saw it had mold on it. I'm like, ooh. Monica asked me last night if it was still good. I said, well, I ate it 2 days ago, so it was good then. Hey, Cooper's back. Welcome back, Cooper.
The missus made a batch of bread on the last weekend. And she'll keep one of the buns out and put the rest right in the freezer. Well, she took one out yesterday and it thawed, and when I cut that today, it was almost as good as it was that first day.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, I made myself a fried egg sandwich.
I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go in, give Monica a hard time. Hey, baby.
Okay.
Cat can hear us.
Okay.
They were asking what you were working on breakfast-wise.
Oh.
Clem wanted to know.
Well, let's see. You want some pork chops?
Yes, please. Oh, that other stuff, if you asked me if it was still good, I was about to eat it, mold everywhere.
Oh,
I
no.
almost didn't catch it in time.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Hey, those rice noodles, you want me to go ahead and give those to the dog? Or,
I don't know. Are they still good?
I mean, they look like they're still good.
Dogs will eat the bottom end of a skunk. I don't think they mind.
Give it to the dog. I need to clean out the refrigerator anyway.
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and give the ribs to the dog?
How old are they? Everything's kind of getting old, huh?
Yeah.
Let's
I
go
mean,
ahead.
the ribs don't
Go ahead.
I think, but here, throw that out to the dog.
Okay. Okay. You can, whatever you feed me, go ahead and add that spaghetti to it. Because I'll eat that spaghetti.
Like,
The spaghetti from yesterday, whatever you feed me, I'll have the spaghetti as well. Not enough for a meal.
no for salad.
Ma'am. You want some human food, Rusty? Here you go, handsome boy. Pick out the sauce. Rusty's a finicky eater.
I always thought that dogs wouldn't eat it if it wasn't good for them. But they will eat molasses cookies and they ain't good for them.
Mm.
But I mean, like, if something's wrong with it, they don't normally eat it. But, well, look at wolves. They'll eat rotted meat, so. But then again, the dog is... its diet has changed over 1,000 years, so. I know with the rabbits we had, they would not touch nothing that would make them sick.
You're smarter than the dogs.
I suppose it's all part of the nature. The rabbit wants to stay healthy for whatever's going to eat it.
Yeah. Frou-Frou's about to get bit. Getting too close to Rusty's food.
Gotta step back. You gotta learn that pecking order. I think these hummingbirds we got might be new ones. Not sure. One of them might be from last year and the year before, but they seem to act a little different. But I got one now that likes to stare in the window.
I'm back, by the way.
Well,
Hey!
I had to put all the food that I prepped into the refrigerator or it'd get bad. Did all that cooking for nothing if I did that. Did I tell you that I liked the video of you catching that snake?
Ah, what'd you think of it?
I'm like, heck no, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be running the other way.
Well, I'm just a macho kind of guy, you know that. Sassy. No. It's Rusty's. If Rusty finishes it, then you can have some. You know, Rusty touchy around his food. All 3 dogs are here looking at that bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep going back for the gray rat snake because there was supposed to be a gray rat snake there, and then later that speckled king snake showed up. So 2 snakes in one day. Did you see my mom? We interviewed my mom afterwards.
Nope, I didn't.
It's at the end of the video. It's funny. She was at that last craft show we went to too. Her and my father showed up.
Cool.
I'm going to be teaching her how to paint. So that'll be fun. We're planning on broadcasting that as well.
I didn't notice it until the very end when everybody was packing up. There was a lady there selling houseplants.
She was selling the bamboo, the lucky bamboo.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. Cooper went inside. Monica can't get Cooper outside. Did you hear her yelling at Cooper?
No.
She dropped off some ribs for the dogs. And then when she went inside, Cooper ran inside with her. Oh, look, the fire's cranked back up. Guess it's finally drying up enough. Monica doesn't understand doggy protocol. She'll just drop a bunch of ribs in front of all the dogs. It's a miracle Frou-Frou hasn't been eaten yet.
I don't think he tastes very good. That's probably the only reason he ain't been ate.
Rusty, stay down here. Rusty, come here. You get plenty of food. Let them have that one, okay? You just ate a whole bowl of food. And I don't know that... I'm surprised you ate the rice, too, but that sausage had to be good.
The flavor of that sausage get through the rice.
It does. I'm telling you, that was a fine meal. I enjoyed it while I was eating it.
To Rusty, those were little tiny sausages then.
What does the neighbors up and about? I think the husband finally moved back home. They moved into this house a while ago, but it was just her and the kids. And then the kids are off now at college. And the husband was still wherever they were from. He was still working, but it looks like he moved in this week.
Cool.
Rusty, come here.
One of mine has been up since before 6 o'clock in the morning, trying everything she can to get a reaction out of me. I'm just going to let Karma deal with it.
There you go. Cooper's still refusing to go out. Come here, Rusty.
Got a kick out of it the other day. The landlord pulled in the yard. She wasn't long shutting her music off. It's daytime. Like, what the hell does it matter? If I've got the stereo going when they come get the rent, I don't shut it off.
Yeah, they're quick to call the cops here if we play music outside.
Don't matter. Up here, do whatever you want. There's no noise bylaws, and there's 5 people have to call to complain to get them to come out.
I think that we have, like, after 10 o'clock is our laws.
Yeah, the landlord frowns upon the anybody making a big ruckus past 10:30, 11 o'clock in the buildings. And especially when he got a call from the missus saying, hey, I got to work in the morning, and he won't answer the door and his music's blatant loud. He come down, banged on the door for 5 minutes, nothing. So he let himself in, and he boot the guy in the butt. He was laying on the couch. And he just looks at him and goes, So he took the stereo and smashed it on the floor.
Oh, no.
And told him to get out.
Oh.
But he didn't kick him
Wow.
out. He let him stay until he decided he was done. But he was pretty mad that he got all drunked up and passed out. And then when he did wake him up with a boot in the ass, he just laughed at him. So that ticked him off.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would have broke the stereo too. I would admit.
Oh,
Yeah. You want to laugh now?
I got the feeling if his door had been unlocked when Judy went up, he would have got a beat down.
Yeah.
She was mad. Like, he would play his music and it would get a little bit loud, but he always before used to shut it down at 10 o'clock on the dot. So we kind of figured something was up.
People are strange, man.
Yep. The landlord come to the door, told me about what happened, and said that he'd be out of here. He goes, thanks for calling. I think at that time there might have been maybe 2 people in the building that actually worked for a living. Oh, this one's starting in again with her damn music.
I'm very lucky. The people that live around me are very, very cordial and very thoughtful and mindful of others.
When I turn my stereo on, I'll step outside the door, make sure I can't hear it outside.
Yeah.
I go into my bathroom and close the door if anybody complains about mine, then I'm going to ask them, well, especially her, because how the hell is she going to hear it if hers is bladding, or that stupid Alexa she's got 20 times a day? Yeah. And now she'll leave the music go when she leaves. She'll go away for a couple hours with that damn thing thumping.
That's not fair.
No. And then she'll, oh well, she's hard of hearing. No, she isn't, because she's been complaining about Judy walking across the floor, so she can't be that hard of hearing.
Nope. Called selective hearing.
Oh yeah. She's constantly complaining about things that she does herself. So I just said to heck with it. She stopped talking to us for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I don't care. I just make it easier. If she don't want to talk to us, I just keep on going. I don't say nothing. I stop cleaning her car off and shoveling around it for her. I can't be bothered if somebody's going to ignore me. I go downstairs and she'd run inside or pretend she's sleeping, so she wants to act like that. I did do it once. I shoveled around her car because the guy that started doing it for her went away. And I said to the wife, I said, well, just because she's being a a-hole doesn't mean I have to be. Normally, I wouldn't even be home right now, but I've been taking a break from the woodworking shop and get my diabetes in check. Well, I might get back at it.
Yeah. That stuff is hard to keep under control.
Yep.
Well, last 2 days I've done something stupid, but I'm getting to the point where I can't handle this metformin anymore, so I stopped taking my morning pill, and so far so good. It's been lower than it has been, so I don't know it seems like every time the doctor jacked up one of my pills, I'd be at a certain level, and then I'm 2 points up from that afterwards, so it's good at first, but it's killing my gut, so I might eventually just throw those things in the cupboard and leave them there. I keep an eye on it, keep an eye on my blood pressure, so if it starts getting too high, I'll start taking them again, but I got no doctor. And the last time I went to get my blood work done, the hospital wouldn't do it because the doctor retired.
Shoot.
Oh. I'm probably going to cut down on my pills during the summer just because I don't need them. I got nobody running my blood pressure up.
I think if I get back out to the workshop and tending to the greenhouse and running around like I did last summer, it got down pretty good. It's that when I cut my thumb and then I decided to take a couple months off, I put some weight on, and now the weight's coming off, the numbers are coming down.
Yeah, I gained a little bit of weight this last 2 weeks. We've just been so busy. I've been working out more. I took in a little more carbs than I usually do. But during the summer, I usually lose about 15 pounds. It'll be hard now, though, that I've lost the 70, because it's just hard to lose weight right now. But I plan on being out here a lot more, and I'm going to go ahead and swim a little bit, too.
That's the other reason I want to get rid of this metformin, because I'm on 3 850 milligram tablets, and as long as I'm on that, apparently when you're on metformin you can't grow any muscle mass.
It also thins your blood so you bleed when you get cut.
Yeah, take forever to heal.
I've definitely been putting on muscle since I've been riding. My legs and my butt are firming up. So I need to start working my arms more. I had been working the punching bag pretty good. I want to kick that into high gear. Every once in a while, this fire will flame back up and then go back to smoldering. I keep thinking as soon as that stuff dries enough, it'll all go up like crazy. But it hasn't happened yet.
You might have to root around in there and flip it over.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that.
We got people dropping like flies at Walmart again, getting fired and quitting.
I noticed pretty near every time I go out to the one near us that there's different people all the time. There's some of the ones that every time you see them, they're always busy and they're always doing something. They seem to be sticking around.
Right. Unfortunately, at my store, the ones that don't do anything are sticking around. The people that work are leaving.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Big problem. Our general manager worked last night in the store. I've never seen so many people work so hard in their life. It was hilarious. And I told him, I said, thank you for being here because they were actually working tonight. He goes, are you kidding? I said, no. I said, so-and-so, I've never seen him work as hard as he did tonight.
When I was working at the food plant, if somebody on the other end wasn't doing their job right and it was keeping me from getting home on time, I'd get a little upset and I'd go investigate. And I get down there and the guy that's causing the backup is shooting his mouth off at the supervisor. And I stand there for a bit with my arms crossed and I listen to the conversation. And the supervisor's standing there taking all this and I'm like, wait a minute. And I called the feller's name and I walked over and I said, let us remember now when you signed up for this job that on every posting that goes up on the bulletin board for people to sign to try to get the job, there's a paragraph at the bottom that tells you that this job is, you are expected to do this job and any other jobs or tasks that your supervisor requires you to do. Does it not? Well, yeah. I said, well, then why are you standing here arguing? I said, you get back to work so I can go to hell home.
Right.
So I go back to my job and I'm waiting for the line to go so I can start dropping the cookers into the canals so the cans can get out so I can go home. And supervisor comes around the other way and he comes up and he thanks me. I said, well, I said, he goes, I didn't even think of that. I said, well, I said, I've signed a bunch of those and I realized that he's just trying to frig you over. I said, and normally I don't speak up about anybody's not doing their job unless it affects me getting my job done.
Yeah.
But it was funny because after that, every time there was something he wasn't sure about when it come to the two different jobs in the plant, that same guy that I got after would come up and ask me questions that he should have been going to the union representatives for.
Wow.
It started happening a lot. They wanted me to run for the union. I had nothing to do, didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Because the least amount of time I had to spend dealing with management was in my best nature.
So that way you didn't have to hold your tongue, right?
Well, I didn't care. I told the plant manager off one time. He come up shooting his mouth off at me. I stopped what I was doing, got right in his face. I said, before you come in here running your mouth, you better have your damn facts straight. Now, if you ain't got nothing else to say, I gotta get back to work. I full expect to be dealt with if I'm doing something I ain't supposed to. But when he come in screaming and yelling at me for something that I didn't do and had nothing to do with the plant. So apparently somebody went out through the back gate of the property and almost hit a car with a white truck. And because I was the only one that worked there with a white truck, he come running at me. And I said, well, that's kind of hard for it to be my truck, seeing how it's sitting down at the transmission shop with no motor in it.
Yeah.
Or no transmission in it, I mean. He goes, are you sure you didn't lend it to somebody? I said, on your way home, you look, and you'll notice that the front part of the truck's sitting up because of the weight of the transmission not holding it down. And if you don't believe me, you go ask the man that runs the shop. I said, but next time you better have your ducks in a row before you come up here shooting. It's the first time I ever seen him apologize the next day. He knew I was still mad. I told him after that, I said, look, if I was doing something I wasn't supposed to, I would full expect you to get after me, but to come screaming and yelling like a crazy fool.
Yeah.
No. When I worked at Toys R Us, we had 2 trucks come in, and we busted our butts and finished one truck, and then our manager, this tall, skinny, wormy little guy, he came in and saw a full truck. He didn't realize we had already just cleared the truck. He starts yelling at us. He's like, y'all gotta have this truck done. This bull started cursing. Like, you know, he's like, we didn't hire y'all to sit around. And I told the other guy, I said, go take a break. You don't want to be here for what's about to happen. So I was walking up to the manager, and he literally took off running and went back to his office. So the head of the store was in the office, and she came out and she says, look, I just talked to him. He didn't realize there was 2 trucks. He wants to apologize, but he's afraid to come out here. She says, he will never talk to you like that again. I said, okay. I said, expect him not to, because there are consequences.
Yeah.
And we were fine after that.
That's hilarious.
He actually called the cops on old roommate Ton, old Panda, because when Panda quit, he told him if he ever saw him in the parking lot, he wasn't hitting the brakes. Anyways, the guy wasn't that bad a guy. He just ran his mouth without thinking. Like I said, the rest of my time there was just fine. They actually tried to put me in the manager program, but I told them, said, I'm going to be a teacher. I told y'all when I started I was only working here a year. They said, you were serious about that? I said, yeah.
Some people just can't take a hint.
I know one of our assistant principals years ago asked when I was going to start doing the all the stuff to become an administrator. I said, I'm not. I said, I have no desire to be an assistant principal. I said, just not happening. They're like, okay. I said, I'm going to finish out my time in my classroom and then retire peacefully.
Right.
We're getting a new principal. My buddy Scarborough, Mr. Scarborough, going to be there starting this coming year.
Oh, yeah, I seen that when you posted congratulating him.
Yeah, everybody's excited about this. He's going to be a good principal. We're getting the dream team back together. They pulled one of our admins to help fix the middle school that was crashing and burning. And she got in there, and they got a new principal, and they got it course corrected. Now we're getting her back next year, which she's like the best disciplinarian. She reminds me of Monica, but she's taller and broader shouldered. Anytime there's a fight, she'll like horizontal tackle kids to get them apart. She's fantastic.
Oh, that'd be a good video to have online.
Oh, there's plenty. The kids have edited it with sound effects and special effects. I'll find one and I'll share it in my Discord with y'all.
Oh, please. Please.
There's one where she tackles a kid and there's a big explosion. It's hilarious.
The
Just
missus,
thinking about it.
the missus said something the other day that her 2 years of before she decides to retire may not go 2 years.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's not having fun. One of her coworkers is being I don't know, very strange woman. And they always got along, but I don't know, lately she keeps nagging and picking at the missus, so.
Oh, heck no.
That and the attitudes of the children, she's had enough.
Oh, it's bad these days for sure. I got a lot of kids that I adore though. There's always a mix.
Right now, the vice principal, they've got vice principals that are in charge of certain sections of the school, and all the kids that came from one of the other schools when they hit their last grade that started there they don't mingle with the rest of the kids. They got them all separated in their classes, but just as soon as break time comes, they're all the original kids from the school and then the new kids. It's like and one of the kids that they brought over, they're not teaching him nothing. He's very hyper. And over at the other school, he was helping the custodian. And then they had him in the kitchen wiping down tables and helping in the kitchen. And she's trying to force the girls to let him come do the same thing there. Well, they're busy enough. They're looking after cooking for 2 schools. So they ain't got time to babysit.
Right.
So when they were at their last meeting with the board, the school board is in charge and runs the kitchens in the school and a couple others. They're not private companies, so they asked about it and they said, no, she can't make you guys do that. If she continues to harass you about it, let us know.
There you go.
Because he was in there a couple weeks ago jumping from tabletop to tabletop and nobody would get after him. And they're not allowed to get after him, so. And that's not in the missus' nature to not yell, hey, get the hell off that table.
That's what I would be doing, and I'd probably get in trouble all the time.
I'd straight up ban him from the friggin' lunchroom if it was me.
Our colonel snapped on one of the classes that last week. They were saying the pledge that morning, exam morning, and one of the teachers told her classes, "Look, I can't make you stand up and say the pledge, but you need to be quiet." And some of them mouthed back, and our ROTC colonel happened to be outside. He came in and gave them the riot act. He said, "Y'all be 18 soon. Go to a different country if you want." I was like, damn.
Yep, that's what I used to tell a guy that used to flap his mouth off about all things Canadian, that he hated. And I said, well, look, start walking in that direction. And then when you get to the water, feel free to jump in and keep going.
Right. People do not realize how good they have it here in the U.S. and Canada compared to other countries.
That's right. Oh, I'd love to took that guy and shipped him down to Mexico. He wouldn't last acting the way he was acting out in public up here.
No. Send him to a town on the border of Texas.
Yeah, I have a hard time with people complain. I'm like, if you make just a few smart decisions and you work hard, you can have a really good life here.
Mm-hmm.
Because neither Monica nor I have ever made a lot, but we're doing just fine.
This guy, I don't know, he'd have been in his 60s, still living at home, always lived at home, never had a real job. Yes, there was a bit of mental issues, but he knew what he was doing when he was aggravating people.
Speaking of aggravating people, how's Afterfob doing?
Oh, last time we talked to him, he was getting ready to go to bed, so.
Yeah, I can't. Who was it? Someone mentioned Urkelak the other day. I said, I haven't heard from her because I banned her. I said,
I haven't heard from her either.
Yeah, and I don't venture out in too many channels that she'd be hanging out in. I don't even know where she'd be hanging out. Most of the people she used to hang with, and you weren't the only one that had issues with her in the channel. There was another channel I was in that she got banned out of.
Yeah, she got on drunk one night, running her mouth, started cursing at me. I said,
Crazy.
will we drink our breakfast, Urkelak? F you, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, well, this is an easy fix.
F you too. In the world of Twitch, we call that ban.
Did you defrost the mouse? Okay, good deal. Is it in the fridge? Where's it at? It's in the thing.
Well, I hope old Monica don't have no seniors moment and cook that up for you.
Where's it at?
It's in the sink.
Okay. Cooper, what are you doing?
He keeps coming in and won't get out. Out, Cooper. Out.
Now Sassy's in, and Cooper. And Frou-Frou.
Out. There.
He's got some Australian sheepdog in him. Maybe you got to talk like an Australian now.
Where are they at, Monica? Where's it at?
That'd be funny.
Girl, I got gloves. Give me gloves.
Well, just a mouse. If y'all hear me scream, it's because I'm feeding the snake.
Pork pot's ready.
Your dad wouldn't come over and help you?
No, he's such a baby these days. Such a baby. He probably won't let me hand feed him yet, so I'm just gonna stick this in there.
Slide it in there with a pair of tongs.
No, I'm gonna hand it to him. What do I don't care if I get bit. Don't y'all know me?
Mhm.
I'm the king. He ain't afraid of no snakes.
Speaking of the king, I finished up watching the Agent Elvis.
Yes, love that show. I could start broadcasting from in here. Y'all can see it.
I don't believe there's any rules on Twitch about feeding snakes a dead mouse. So.
Yeah. We're probably okay with the dead mouse.
And anybody that's already watching you today is not going to be bothered by it anyway.
No.
There's something I'm surprised that they don't rebroadcast on here is all the crocodile hunter vids. If they could get a hold of them about rebroadcasting those like they did with Bob Ross. Yeah, I'm beginning to think a couple of these hummingbirds we've got this year are different. And I think the other two that are coming to the feeder are the babies from last year. I'm pretty sure one of the hummingbirds at my mother's is one from last year, because that thing always used to come over fluttering above my head and squawk at me before it would go over to the feeder when I was outside. And that happened again the other day when I was down there. So I told him, I said to the
Go over and see if it works.
yeah, it should. You're not going to be in there long enough to change the title.
And it didn't work. I'm probably going to have to stop the broadcast and switch it.
Okay.
Just want to give that a shot.
Well, you're at the 3-hour mark, so it's easy to add up how long you streamed today if you cut it now.
Alright. I'm going to stop it and switch it.